Hey everybody, this is Eleanor and I'm with Eleanor's Elite Radio. I haven't done a podcast in quite a while. Things have been completely insane with the COVID-19 and I'm just hoping that everybody is healthy and safe. And today I'm talking with Phil Scarpelli, who is our CEO of Brevard Family Partnership. Hey Phil, how are you?
Hey, good morning. Great to be speaking with you this morning, Eleanor.
Great. We had our first board meeting via telephone conference, and it really was very successful, I must say.
Oh, it was wonderful, and I'm so grateful that you are among the members of our board. We love having you.
Thank you so much. Hey, Phil, quick question. I know we have a lot, to be thankful for, and we're here, and I'm so grateful for what you do for Brevard Family Partnership, and we know how committed you are to the fostering committee. But tell me, what is it that what do you want out of the fostering committee? What do you want to do? What is it that you would like to move forward with in 2020?
Oh, what a timely question, Eleanor. I appreciate that. One of the things that I've been doing for the last 30 years is I'd love to be in a role where, among many out there, to advocate and be a champion of our fostering and adoptive communities. Those families they humble me every day. And it's interesting that you ask this time because I just ran into a situation in my very own community that I serve where I had asked a foster parent, how's it going? And they said, well, I love fostering, but, being a part of a very large child welfare system, sometimes we just don't feel significant. And they made three comments actually in our discussion, and it just drew me in more and more. And I say this with a footnote, and the footnote is very much this. There are a lot of people who make up the child welfare system. I've never met a soul who wasn't passionate or committed about doing the right thing for not only our fostering community, but of course for the children and families we're trying to provide a new day for. But the three things that came up that I want to share with this audience is, people sometimes talk about foster parents, and I do this all the time. They're really the backbone of the child welfare system. I mean the backbone. If we didn't have them, I don't know where these children would go when they are in this interim state of foster care. And because of that, I worship the ground they walk on. I just think that they're amazing people. And to do this really in the midst of something that's been unprecedented, this pandemic that we're dealing with, my hat goes out to them. My heart goes out to them. So the three things that came up in this discussion was, this one family says, we don't often get included in all of the sundry of things that go on in the lives of these foster care kids because we know we're a placement. And I thought, that's not really the way I would want them to feel. Secondly, they get the comment that, they don't have a right to, and you fill in the blanks. You're a foster parent. You don't have the right to, or the rights of, and so forth. I'm thinking, well, that I don't think people mean that language, but how does it make them feel? And last but not least, navigating the system, they sometimes run into the comment, you're just a foster parent. You're not the bio parent. You're not, this person or that person in the life of the child. So those three things hit me in the head like a brick. Let me tell you something. They are all that and then some. And I want us as professionals throughout the community just to be cognizant of the language we use when working with foster families. Yeah, they, maybe not by the laws that man have made about integrating child welfare law and practice, but they really have a right to speak up.
Yes, they
do.
Not
only do they have a right, they have an obligation to speak up and advocate for the needs of the children.
Yes, they do.
Go ahead.
You're absolutely 100% right. And you're right. I do get that from a lot of the foster parents that I speak to as well. They feel that they are secondary when they should be, honestly, besides the children. Children are first concern, but the foster parents are also very high up there in priority because they're putting themselves out there every single day to protect and love those children. I agree with you 100%.
I thank you. And you and I are only saying what is obvious, right? I mean, this is obvious. I mean, if we say that they're the backbone of the child welfare system, but what is the backbone in the human skeletal structure? It holds it together. right? So they're holding it together for us while we work towards permanency for these children. So let's recognize them for that value and just be cognizant of our language. And I know that people want to include them, and I know that they need to be heard, because for crying out loud, they are 24/7, that surrogate parent that is all-encompassing of the lives of children who are in interim state called foster care, right? It's only an interim state. And so we want them to love them and care for them unconditionally. And we want them to be included. They're not just foster parents. They are our comrades in this child welfare system. And they need to be heard, whether it's in a courtroom or in a meeting or at schools, whatever, because they have a lot of good to say and a lot of insight about how well these children are adjusting, whether or not their needs are being met, what are additional needs that may be helpful to making sure that these children are on a road to healing and in a ready track for the potential of reunification with their moms and dad. So, that's my message today, and I want others to champion this with me. I know my dear friends and colleagues throughout this industry feel the same way, but are we doing a checkpoint with each other that the language we use sometimes are strong in the eyes of those who sometimes feel underappreciated?
Exactly.
So go ahead.
I also believe that all areas of the community-based system, which would include, the Guardian Program, DCF, workers, case management, everybody needs to be cognizant of how important that foster family is.
Thank you. And let me just bring this to full circle and maybe towards closure, if you don't mind. This April is National Child Abuse Awareness Prevention Month, right?
Yeah.
This is something that's not recognized. It's been for, over 2 decades now. It's been nationally recognized. So if you think about it, if this is child abuse prevention awareness, then let's think who is keeping our children well protected, well nurtured, and loved while they're in foster care, our foster parents.
Absolutely. Oh, that's
wonderful. And maybe
wonderful.
next time we get together there, Eleanor, maybe we'll extend this beyond even foster care, and we can talk about our wonderful adoptive families.
Absolutely, I agree with you. And this was a wonderful little snippet. I think we kind of got our little burst of energy from our wonderful board meeting, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody. I appreciate the foster families, the adoptive parents, everybody, especially at this time. Thank you so much, Phil, and I'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you so much. Take care and have a great day.
Thank you, dear. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey guys, this is me signing off. We were talking to Phil Scarpelli, who is the CEO of Brevard Family Partnership, and he is just a wonderful, dynamic human being. I'm going to post this on my radio page, and I'm going to put this on a couple of other places. And if there's anything that you would like to do to help, whether that be of a guardian ad litem, if you would like to do a donation perhaps to go towards foster families and their children, or for anything, for any reason, anything you want to do to help and be involved, please contact me. Thank you so much. Have a great day, guys.